not cooking today. We're gonna try something a little bit different. If you have watched my welcome video on my YouTube channel, you'll know that I didn't want this channel to be just about cooking, that I would focus on other aspects of my life that helps me to keep it simple, ordinary, and joyful. So today we're going to clean the stove. And if you watch my last video, which is the cottage pie video, you will see how disgusting my stove actually is. So we live in a rental, and this is the stove that came with the unit. It's probably from 1969, and I'm not so sure it's been cleaned that much since then. Anyways, right now it is just filthy disgusting. So, if you're like me, I hate cleaning the stove, especially electric stoves, because all of these parts need to come off, and it's not easy to clean off all of this baked on grease around the elements. But I have discovered that Norwex carries a laundry detergent that isn't only good for laundry, but is also great for cleaning in the kitchen. So I'm just going to show, what's that?
I was going to say, that's weird.
Well, the laundry detergent is amazing in itself because you only need 1 teaspoon for a high efficiency load or 1 tablespoon for a top load. When I say a teaspoon, if I can get it out of the bag, I'm talking like this much for a full load of laundry, and it gets clothes clean. I used to use a organic, biodegradable one that I can get at Costco, and I found that, I was doing something good for the environment, but it didn't actually get my clothes clean, but I kept using it because it was better than using the other consumer brands that I probably shouldn't mention here. But once I discovered the Norwex laundry detergent, never looked back. But the great part of it is that I can use it in the kitchen to clean. So I have already put in 1 tablespoon of the detergent in a kitchen sink full of hot water. I'm going to remove these elements, and we're going to soak it in the water. Oh, look at this. So disgusting. Okay, so I'm just going to take it apart and dump it in the water. Now, get in there! All right. I'm going to let that soak for a couple hours. So now I'm going to clean all of this grossness on top of the stove. I'm not going to bother with underneath because I just can't even. Anyways, I use Norwex products because I fell in love with Norwex last year, and I have found that it's amazing. Like most of their products, like the cleaning paste and laundry detergent, is all biodegradable, but most of the time I can clean with just water and their microfiber cloths. But right now I'm going to be using this cleaning paste and their Sperry sponge, which is this silver sponge, to clean all of this stuff off here. So I'm just going, this is already damp. I'm just going to rub this, and this you would use in place of, say, Comet, to take off some of the stuff. Now I think a lot of this ring is actually already, it's just rust. So I'm going to clean as much dirt as I can off. And it's just so much easier than using traditional cleaners. And I used to make my own cleaners with baking soda and vinegar and Castile soap. And I found that since I started using Norwex that I haven't needed to use any of those cleaners anymore. And I started using my own cleaners, or making my own cleaners, because I have kids and I didn't want them breathing all the chemicals into their bodies. And all of a sudden it was important for me to keep a chemical-free home. So got most of that off, but I'm going to try something else. Okay, so I'm going to keep working on this, but I also wanted to show this microfiber cloth, and I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of detergent on there, and that's about a pinch. I'm just going to rub it in and see if this will do a better job. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep cleaning and see how far I can get. I came up with another brilliant idea. Well, I hope it's brilliant. I put some laundry detergent into a spray bottle with hot water, and I'm just gonna spray it and let it sit, just like I'm soaking the rings and cooking, I don't even know what they're called, in the tub or in the sink. I'm going to just spray this on and let it sit and see what happens here. So it's just a concentrated amount of laundry detergent and water, and we'll see what happens. So in the meantime, I'm even going to use it to clean all of this yucky grease up here. And then I'm just going to wipe it down. You know that tacky grease? It just comes right off with the laundry detergent. Like, look at that. It's all slippery now as opposed to tacky. I don't know if you can tell. Yay. So much nicer. All right, I'm gonna keep cleaning. See you later.
Is it totally clean now? Are you done? Are you done?
Not totally, but
Okay.
I just wanted to see if I could just wipe up the ring with a cloth, and that's what happened after I just like quickly wiped it. So I'm gonna try to wipe this one to see if we can get a similar effect. So you can see how just by soaking it with the laundry detergent, how much it takes off just on its own. And then of course this one is not. I think this one has more baked on, but this one, it just like came right off with the cloth. So still, that took off quite a bit,
Yeah, it did.
I think, by just soaking and using just the cloth and not scrubbing at all. Let's take a look at this one. I'm just gonna go around and wipe all of them. Well, look at that, with just the cloth. So we've been soaking for how long? Maybe
Just under 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So without having to scrub and scrub?
Yeah, look at that. So I wonder if I just leave it on a little while longer to see how much more it can take off. Amazing. Always so amazed. This one, I think this one is just, I don't know what.
I think it's the burner that's most often used.
Yeah, that's true. All right, I will spray some more on and let it sit. In the meantime, this was just using the not EnviroCloth, but one of the Norwex cloths to wipe it down. That's not bad. Better than scrubbing.
Not bad at all.
Right, but check that out. Look at how clean that is now. So it took me less than 10 minutes, right? Yay.
Looks good.
All right, back to work. Everything's been soaking for about, I don't know, half an hour or so. And I think I'm still having a really tough time with this ring here, but again, I don't know how long it's been like that. And I did sprinkle some more detergent all around it to kind of make a paste and let it sit. So I'm just still gonna let that sit for a little bit because I don't think it's gonna come off. But everything else, so I have this sponge and it's coming off fairly easily without scratching up the surface. So again, I think I'm just gonna have to let it sit for a little while longer. It still beats having to scrub too much. I guess it depends on how long it's been sitting there. And again, I don't think the stove has ever really been cleaned. And underneath anyways. It may take a little bit longer than I was hoping, but I think it's still better than me sitting here scrubbing nonstop for however long with an SOS pad that is also filled with chemicals and will scratch up my surface. So we don't want to do that. I have everything in there, including the knobs and the, I guess they're called drip trays. Anyways, I am going to put on some gloves. If you've noticed, I haven't really been using gloves because the chemicals, well, they're not harmful. Whatever I'm using is not harmful. So I guess if you want to protect your hands, you can. So here is one of those rings. And I'm just taking again this sponge, which is non-abrasive. You can use it on non-stick, and it just comes right off. Look at that. Right? Isn't that better than trying to scrub and scrub and scrub? All right. I'll take this. Let's see how much of this can be scrubbed off as well. This might need a little bit more work. You know what? I can probably use this on it. Now this you would use in place of like an SOS pad. It's stainless steel scrubber. We call it Spearnet. And it's great for scrubbing pots and pans. So this I can also use in the oven. And this isn't made with the same coating as an oven is. So look at that. Pretty clean, right? So this won't take me too long, but I'm gonna finish cleaning up here, and hopefully my stove will be looking way better than it does at the moment.
You look tired.
And actually, it wasn't that long, right? Like maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I had discovered that I tried a variety of different things, and what won was this pot scrubber along with the cleaning paste and a little bit of elbow grease, and I was able to scrub off most of it without scratching up the top.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, so now I'm just waiting for the rest of the other stuff to clean, soak, and then we'll be able to reassemble the stove. All right, so my stove is pretty clean. I'm pretty happy with the results. And if you want to zoom in, not bad. After minimal elbow grease, lots of soaking, and just wiping, we got the stove, I got the stove pretty clean.
Yeah, that's true. It's all your elbow grease.
Yes. So that is it.
It looks really good.
Thanks. And then I feel so much better. So if you like this video, I hope that you will click like and subscribe to my channel. Please follow me on Instagram and subscribe. Is it subscribe? No, join my Facebook page, Flo Lum. And if you want to find out more about Norwex products, there will be a link below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.